Isaac, I need a ticket to Israel. You there? He's gone.
Liba wants to come in. She said that she's having trouble coming in. Liba Humanity. I think she's just like backstage. Maybe Professor Kumar can let her in.
Welcome to the poetic evening with poetry reading with Fatal Brands. That's brought to you by Youth Under Voluntary Action and Transformation India. Before beginning the poetry reading, as you all know, this week has witnessed a catastrophe and a natural calamity, and that taken lives, thousands and hundreds and thousands of lives in Turkey and Syria. An earthquake that swallowed the entire land. So let's take this moment and observe 2 minutes of silence for those who lost their lives and for those brothers and sisters of Syria and Turkey. Thank you. Thank you. Let's wish both names to be back with a new energy and new happiness and all. The God shower there with immense blessings. With that, let's begin our regular poetry reading. Yes, today we have given it as a special meet, as you know, Valentine's Day is around the corner. So we put it as a virtual hugs. We cannot have a physical thing again as such. But yes, it's an open reading, but primarily if you could read it on, on the theme, you could welcome. That would be very much suitable. So before welcoming, before asking my, my guiding force to begin with a little welcoming speech, I'd read out a poem, which is very much, this is penned by William Morris. Love is enough. Love is enough. Love is enough. Love is enough, though the world would be waning, and the words have no voice but the voice of complaining. Though the skies be too dark for dim eyes to discover, the gold cups and daisies fire blooming thereunder. Though the hills be hell shadows and the sea dark wonder, and this day draw a veil over all deeds past over. Yet their hands shall not tremble, their feet shall not falter, the voice shall not vary, the face shall not alter these lips and these eyes of loved and the lover. With that, I would love to invite uh, with, s- with such an honor. I mean, I take every time I would Roopali Sircar, ma'am, Dr. Roopali Sircar.
This is a surprise, Prasanna. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Perfect.
Well, good evening, everybody. It's a day of love, and I think one of the things that has come out in our lives these days is feeling great love for nature, for people, our love for God, and we have put aside our dislike and hatred, and all that we want is even, to reach out. So we have a virtual hug. We send our love to you, to all of us, and I won't read my poem now, Prasanna, because mine is a bit of a funny poem. I'll let somebody put a serious note to. But one of the great love poets has been Pablo Neruda, and his poems, he won the Nobel Prize, and it's wonderful. All of you must read his poem. In India, love plays a very important role in our, day-to-day life in terms of our stories of Krishna and Radha. This is the love of the soul with the Paramatma, that is the oversoul. The soul with the oversoul, the Atma with the Paramatma. There's this great love affair that is going on. We're all longing. So all the longing that we feel, which we think is for another human being, is actually for the oversoul. So starting with that, I wish all of us the best of luck and the best of everything. Thank you so much, Prasanna, for giving me this space, and we can start the program.
Go ahead. Please go ahead. Ma'am, please go ahead.
You want me to read the poem first?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Actually, my poem is written during the lockdown. Now there is a lot of the virtual hugs. We can go start with that. The virtual hug. There's a lot of love affairs on the internet, which don't always lead to a happy ending, but sometimes it does, and most times it doesn't. So I've called it Cloud. Cloud as in the internet Cloud 9. I fell in love with someone I had never met. I fell in love with someone I had never met. It was easy to talk on the internet. What's up? Asked my WhatsApp, and I breathlessly said, hi. I lounged in my polka dotted pajamas, my hair all disheveled, my hands holding a nightcap. High on romance, I could choose my ambience. I let go of my haunting past, the sadness I had hidden in my heart. I easy breathed in the cyberspace vast, letting my dreams take wings fast. I believed I had found peace at last. Each day, a tiny red heart sang, a hugging bear and a heart bell rang. You are my muse, the message said. You are an amazing woman, I read. Where were you hiding all these years? The caressing words asked in wonder. Hiding in secret spaces, I had replied. My heart beats louder than thunder. Waiting for you to find me. When will you see me? Wrapped in silk and emeralds, a bride in waiting for my lord. The messages sneaked in and out, sometimes furtive, sometimes bold, at the dinner table while serving soup or in the kitchen while kneading dough. Of late, I look at the phone often to see if those tiny hearts are back, or at least the hugging there. Back instead are old tugging fears of rejection and loneliness. I send hesitant messages. After eons, I return a monosyllabic ones enmeshed in emojis of brutal laughing faces. I love you, I say. Ditto, says the return message. I miss you, I try again. Ditto, it says again. Perhaps an automatic response. Are you a robot? Is there an OTP? A capture perhaps? Had the heart turned steel or was it just plain metal? So this fish from a different kettle was trying my metal. I had fallen in love with someone I had never met. My fingers touch teardrops. My phone screen is wet. All thanks to my vanished love on the internet. Thank you. So these are the love stories on the internet, and we all know that it is pretty prevalent. And then sometimes there is heartbreak, sometimes there is romance. And today is a romantic day for us to sing many songs. Thank you so much, Prasanna.
I mean, there is some satirical, touch too. I mean, I would say, I think this is a perfect rhyming with a purpose, satirical this. And thanks with lighter, when you put your lines. And thank you, ma'am. Thanks for coming. And
Thank you, Prasanna. Thank you.
thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Let me call upon the one, Jennifer. Jennifer is down with some, fever, and she requested. Jennifer, over to you.
Hello, Prasanna. Thank you. Hello, everybody. I've got a bit of a cold, so I'm not going to be online too long today. So 3 short poems. I love you. I need you like the rain. I need you like the forest needs the rain. I want you like a newborn wants its mom. I love you more than you can love yourself. That's how much I love you. This love of mine will never die. Endless like earth. You are endless, I love. Second poem is called Together We Remain. Decades I've enjoyed your hand in mine. Through ups and downs, you've never let go. Our love, our trust keeps us in and without. As calm as the ocean, as the sunset, you are the love of my life. You've been with me through joy and strife. You are in me, I am in you. We are together now and forever. My last poem has been inspired by host Prasanna Kumar. End of January, he wrote a poem, and the first 2 lines of the poem sort of made a click in my head, so that before I even finished reading his poem, I wrote the poem I'm now going to read to you. His first 2 lines were, "Now let me tell you something, which of course is nothing." It inspired me to write. Those 2 lines inspired me to write. I said, "You let me down. I told you everything, buried in the depths of my conscious heart, outpouring my emotions, hoping to let those loving words float. My feelings, airborne, seeking to merge within heart. Sadly, they bounced off, float on, feeling your refusal, reciprocate feelings of sincerity. Thought you were ready for me, thought you were ready for us. Too late, I now realize you were only fooling around with me. My heart belongs no longer to me. I can now only dazedly glide through each day. My naivety. Fully, one day, these emotional feelings of love will die, vanish into thin air, so my art live, feel alive, survive, carefree, love to someone else more worthy of it, of me. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Jennifer. You always, let me tell you something. You always give such a thing, you always amaze me, and don't just just spread love, just, smile always, like you always do. Now let me go to the one who
Thank you.
always, she has a great spirit of, when it comes to, expressing a love or affection or whatever it is, she is into writing. And yes, she is Jill Sherman Kimalam.
Good morning, good evening. I have a couple of poems. One is a bit longer, the other is short. I will start with the short one and see if you would like me to continue. There are all kinds of love, as we've spoken about: love of children, love of animals, passionate, intimate love between partners for life. This poem is one of my lesser known, because I don't write a lot of love poems, although my husband said he treasures them until they get published. He said, then it's not my present anymore. So this one started out as a present, and it's called Your Hands. I feel them, your hands everywhere, as if there were dozens, not just two. I need them on my skin, feathery fingertips so fine, sun-browned palms bringing a blush to my skin, stroking me, playing me, as if I am an instrument of unimagined worth, conjured, selected, delivered, a splendid feast of enchantment. I feel them, your hands everywhere, like a blanket washed 1,000 times, just so it can be this soft. Every patch of skin, every supple limb whispers a sassy message to my brain. Wild, clamoring need, seeking its song, a sweet refrain, again and again and again. Your hands cast spells of wondrous magic. I have little desire to understand why, only to accept that without the blessing of those hands, I will never be completely whole. Thank you.
Wonderful, Jill. Very touching, and such a beautiful dedication. Love to hear you. You have a small, short one, so we could go ahead with that.
Good evening.
This was my small, short one. I have I guess you'd call it a signature poem, because it seems that since the day it was printed in 2017, that everyone started associating me with the poem. And every time I would do a reading, I would always be asked, would you please do this one? So it's a true story about a marriage of about 60 years, and it's called Dancing in the Kitchen, and it is a celebration of love poem. And if you guys are up for it, I'll be happy to share. I'm taking that as a yes. Okay, here we go. It's called Dancing in the Kitchen, and it is based on a true story. And I knew the couple that I wrote this poem for ever since I was 10 years old. Dancing in the kitchen, 60 years together still. They dance in the kitchen like movie stars from 1939. With her eyes shut, she imagines herself to be this man's siren, all heady scents, fiery hair, throaty whispers. She could be a star of the silver screen, alabaster wrists, swan neck, flashing emeralds and rubies, the whisper of her caresses delivered by hands in long satin gloves. With his eyes closed, he could be the UPS man, 25 years old, in summer shorts, flashing a devil of a smile. His lips deliver a commanding brush of sea deep kisses that rock her from her toes to her cerebellum and back again. There is music, a solo saxophone drifting in through the open windows, soul stirring on a cool and scented breeze. Icy cocktails are produced, as smooth as slipping skin. He removes her gloves, allowing her fingers to graze the rim of her frosted glass. Pluck a briny, glistening olive, place it between his teeth. It's a shabby room, scuffed up floors, a patched screen door, countertops in avocado green. He washes, she dries. That's the way it's always been. Sweet tea, ice cold beer to toast another perfect sunset, as if he had arranged it all just for her pleasure. His face crinkles with that funny lopsided smile she knows so well. He fiddles with an old black radio. Slow, sweet jazz fills the kitchen, spilling into every corner. Crossing the room, he takes her hand. 60 years of Saturday nights, still dancing in the kitchen. Thank you.
My God, what a wonderful, utterance, I would say. Very in-depth, very soulful. And the way you expressed is very much touching. Jill, as always. Jill
Thank you.
is, give it up for Jill, my dear friends. Now let me call upon, thank you, Jill. Thanks for coming.
You're
And thanks
very
for present.
welcome.
And do come. Angela Lansbury she is a well-known writer, and she always writes in the short poems, writes always in form poetry is what is his expertise in. Angela Lansbury. Angela, you're on deck. Please turn on your
Hello,
mic.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, please.
I've just got an international call. Give
Oh.
me 5-10 minutes.
Okay, I'll get back to you in a while. So I
Thank
think
you.
I could go to my Guruji, Richard Spacek.
What a great honor to be here with you. I want to dedicate this to my fellow poets for the joy you bring, to the beauty that you bring to the world. Thank you all so much. I've got 3 little tiny ones. Let me offer you these. 3 different kinds of love. Here we go. Let's see. This first one is missing kissing. I kiss your palms, I kiss your soles, and through my heart the thunder rolls. Leaned I toward you, brushed your lips, my hand, their ballet blessed, breathless, traced your hips, brushed aside the errant curl. Through my blood the thunders roll. Pass I near your street that day, and all the palms marked it with their sway. Your sweet breath clings in my mind, such subtle suasion will I find. The tangled knees and arms akimbo marked my heart with passion's purple limbo. Strained we there to mingle, dashing our bones, we burgled breathless passion. A moment in the doorway there, eyes remember, lips still stare, fairy wings with gentle touch, such soaring things upon picked lip blush, the cornered carnal triangle dappled with such pleasures, Eve bestowed the apple. This one is called If You Were in Oslo. If you were in Oslo, I wouldn't wait. I'd go slow. If you were in Vienna, I'd rush right to being with you. If you were in Madrid, let me tell you, kid, if you were in Rome, I'd make you feel really at home. If you were in Bern, that's all I'd have to learn. But were you in Shanghai, I would never ask you when or why. If you were in Johannesburg, I'd tell you all the things I heard. Were you in Singapore, quick, I'd email you and be at your door. If you were in Rio, I'd be so very glad to see you. If you were in Vladivostok, I'd let you pull my stockings off. Were you in Minsk? I'd really be convinced. If you were in Marseille, I'd say all there is to say. If you rested in Beirut, I'll demand to ply my suit. If you came to Dubai, you'd never need to ask me why. Were you enchanted? I'd be there like a cannon. But no matter where, it's in the heart. That's where the journey starts.
You got three. You presented two.
Okay, you're right. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. This one, no, not that one. Here we go. This is called Desire's Fires. Your head rests gently on my shoulder. Your warm breath washes like the surf across my neck. I can feel your warm heart through my suit. Your hand, though cool, makes the mouth of my hand water more in anticipation than waltzing dermal thermal waves. You lean in and kiss my cheek. Desire's Fires.
Thank you, Ray. Thank you as always. You bring
You're very
this.
welcome.
You are always lively, when it comes to presenting your poems. Now let me go across to our open mic. We usually get to meet on open mic, so I mean, introduce time on our open mic, so welcome and great virtual hugs to you. Was Serene Poems. Welcome. Serene,
Hi.
yeah. Hi.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, great. Thanks for having me. I'm just going to read one. Well, let me tell you a little about myself. I'm from the Pacific Northwest in the USA, and I am with the Poetry Global Network, and we start a show in about an hour called Bottoms Up, and we just published an anthology called Kaleidoscope Poetry. You can find that on our Facebook page, and I'm going to read a poem from that book. It's called Naked. Vulnerable I stand, unclothed, at your indelible spirit, surrendered, writing verses upon me that cannot be easily removed. I relinquish my all, my everything, expressing through visual paintings, each brushstroke an evolution inside. Heart is brandished fearfully, afraid of not being fully accepted as I am. Emotions erupt like lava, molten fresh and burning with desires. Your technique is gentle. Carefully and skillfully, you paint my silhouette, creating a new masterpiece, weaving pieces of your brokenness and mine into new brilliant scenes, emanating new emotions as vivid dreams. Our souls so entrenched they breathe new air, forging this newly painted canvas with an artistry our beating hearts will not soon forget. That's it.
Thank you, Serene. Thank you. Thanks for coming. Thanks for, you have vision.
global network, such a wonderful platform, inviting y'all.
Thank you.
Yes, bottom up. Thank you, sir. Please, Dr. Often. Thanks. Please present your poems as well. Allowed to have you always. Thank you. Thanks for coming. And now let me call Manatita Lantern Carrier. Yeah, is our regular participant.
Thank you, Prasanna.
Thank you, sir.
Get the poem. Stroke the folds of her hair, parting them lovingly with your fingers. Bring her closer with your embrace, kissing her forehead affectionately, allowing her time for the heart to glow and unfurl as cherry blossoms in the romantic garden of seasonal spring. Tell her you love her, but do not bind her with a possessive emotion, as she came from an effulgent light, carved in the freedom of infinitude, with a depth and vastness a zillion times more complete than butterflies and phoenixes. Let her heart melt with sweet surprises, so that she answers the doorbell to the sincere smile of a florist, holding chrysanthemums, orchids, and tulips, all wrapped in lavender fragrance, and a card that speaks to her of Valentines. Let your kiss be soft, tender, sensual, yet do not rush into the blush of hot emotions. Rather let her soul sing of the meadows in which you once walked, the deco and ambience of chandeliers of your last restaurant date, of those who served you with bow ties, while both your souls blended in an ethereal haven. Sit her on your lap, and as you do, run your fingers slowly down her nostrils and moist lips, even as you caress the nape of her neck. Feel her breath quickens, dancing to the melody you've invoked by lyrical whispers to her ears, creating bud songs in her spirit. If you do this well, she will sit up and embrace you, offering herself in a way that startles with its seductiveness, all because you made her feel safe in your arms and have learned the ancient art that empathy is a form of caring, that your desires should blend with your queen's psyche, 100% attuned to yours. From this point on, you will both make effortless effort, merging in harmony like strands on a sitar. Words will become silent as your bodies speak, and long after the day or night is over, she'll still be smiling joyfully as you showed that you loved her totally with your soul. That's poem one. I've got one more. Scent of an Empress. You, whose lips scribbled 1,000 kisses on my soul, sung 100 ballads in my heart, come. You, a bouquet of vermilion roses, flooding my coat with a river of joy, come. You, who made my eyes gaze at the color of words, dance with fireflies in the hue of moonlight, permeating the shooting stars of heaven, come. You, an empress steeped with berries in a river of wine, holding dialogue in the court of Troy to address the grandeur of beauty nonpareil, come. I see you, cheeks tasting the sublimity of charisma, smile aligned to the synergy of the sun, words sweetly intoxicated by the grapes of Tuscany, scripting the resonance of symphonies in each beating pulse. You, that sweet redolence of the jasmine, that healing solace of twinkling stars, drawing me inwards to your opulence and allure, come. It is enough that you weave a tapestry of light. It is enough that I immortalize your elegance with a deserving brush and easel blessed. The Tao follows its natural order, painting the rainbow with a pageantry of shades. You carved your lips on the fire in my essence, erasing the nights and the agony of my longing. Your sweet gaze and hazel brown eyes tug fiercely at the dragon in my soul. Lost in my amnesia, I encounter the haziness of dreams, your cute gentleness, churning my core into sugarcane juice, Aye, what a banquet in this garden of delight, sweet tenderness. In this hallucinatory state, I am your oasis with the sand as my destiny, but your breath is the sand, my oasis, your perennial nectar. I see you, walking on the lap of moonlight, riding on the crest of tomorrows, pulling at the carousel of the sun. You take me to the wakefulness of another virgin dawn. You're in the beauty of Dunya, in the fire of Jahannam, the light of Jannah, in the pillars of Hades. Your sweet cheeks adorn the sacred drops of my river of tears, beautify the agonies in the vast emptiness of my abyss. You, who painted the lapis lazuli of heaven for my delight. Come, London Carrier.
Tenderness of a poem, yes, indeed, as you said, empathy is a form of, the form of caring. Very well said, sir. Beautifully, as always, I never fail to amaze me, and I never, get exhausted of saying this.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much.
Lantern Carriers, he's here to stay with us, and he's a great supporter of our group. And thank you for your support and encouragement, and keep showering love.
Thank you, Prasanna, and all
well,
my Vedic friends.
And now let me go to. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Let me go back to Angela. I hope she is.
Thank you.
Ready with Angela. Yes.
I shall start very quickly with a limerick from my poetry workshop book. This is called The Rabbi. A tall, dark rabbi caught my eye as his big black beard went bouncing by. He stopped, patted his hat, and caught my eye, and he gave a little wistful sigh. I almost gave religion a try when that jolly rabbi caught my eye. And now something more serious about love. Love is a lovely phone call from home. Love is a reliable husband or wife. A phone call tells you you're not alone. Love is a link which saves a life. Love is vows and love is kissing. Love is a bunch of graveside flowers. Love was there, then love was missing. Love is police searching for hours and hours. Love is a stranger writing to a newspaper. Love is a teenager who doesn't rest. Love is the law, a witness who says what they saw. Love is the crowd leading a protest. Thank you.
Excellent, excellent. Telling is what is like a body element of expression. First limerick is what I enjoyed a lot, and second too as well. That's wonderful, Angela. You are a say you're a form writer, and you're very good to the literature. I came to know that. Thanks for coming to the show once again, and keep coming, Angela. I give it up for Angela. And now let me call upon our spiritual guru. I think if it wouldn't be exaggerating if I say and beautiful soul and classical and right there. Yes, your Lord. Pronunciation. Shalini ma'am.
Thank you, dear Prasanna, and all my love to everyone present here, all the wonderful poets, and deepest gratitude listening to you all, and bas a whole lot of love for everybody today. So I have two short poems to recite today. The first one is called The Swan's Love. Two ethereal swans, unblemished white, pure, in a sublime choreography of love's eternal dance. a slow waltz, swaying on the rhythm of heart's joyous, pulsating beat. Soulful eyes locked in each other in a language of passionate embrace. Their very essence transformed into a fragrance of love divine. Each step, a lyrical brilliance, a poem in grace and elegance, a song of unparalleled beauty, ballet of such rapturous synchronicity. I watch you glide with perfect ease, such ecstasy, one soul, two bodies. To love is to go beyond oneself, into meadows of everlasting bliss, where nothing remains, only love. There's
Each
another
step is a
one.
lyrical balance.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Second one is a short poem written this morning. Was I not an atom once in this cosmic dance of creation, propelled by love's intoxicating wine, the subtle, invisible thread of love where the sky meets the earth, mountains that hold the gushing river and lets them flow free and seeks no return, where nature expands her arms to encompass all alike in an immortal bond of love, in her nurturing rain of dewdrops, in the loving songs of dawn, in the sun's comforting golden wrap of countless warm embraces. For sure, love is in the air, and every breath a gift of love. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am, it's a gift of love, and love is in the air, as you said. That's very well recited, very well rendered, beautifully, hear it out. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks for coming. And
Thank you,
come
dear
often.
Prasanna. Thank you so much. An honor always to be here.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Now let me go across to the Pankhuri Sinha, but yes, he taken out 3 books, as far as I came to know. But then yes, he's from Nepal, and yes, his name is Sushant Thapa. Welcome. It's the first time at our platform.
Thank you so much, Prasanna sir. Greetings to everybody. I am Sushant Thapa from Nepal. So I teach English to undergraduate students. And today I will share 2 of my poems. So actually written especially for, for the occasion of Valentine's Day. So the first one is titled, I Am in Love. I am in love with the blue ink, and your love is a red rose. I write your red love with my blue ink in eternal spring. I cannot forget the rose and its colorful resemblance with you. Love's letters speak like recollected tales, filtrated like dusty blue and yellow sunshine to expressive morning eyes. Old love is still not faded, and there is a pleasure in this pain. I look at the world to be one with you and me. The world does not obey the chain of my love commands, but I have you to wake up and to dream. I borrow an ounce of soul from you. I know that only the soul reflects, other than the young mirror fragile on my secret sweating wall. Lost is a new name of hope, in love and in you. Peaceful wave slaps when you invade and conquer my mind. Night is a hurting heart in love, only because I want to drench in your masterpiece, epic of life, and emerge out of your mirror frames to place softly a gentle, playful kiss. So thank you. This was the first one.
Wonderful, wonderful.
So I'm going to read another one. It's titled Unloving a Flower Bouquet. What happens when you don't love a flower bouquet? Love just sells and becomes too costly. A store of love goes empty unless you love an appreciative artist. A personal redemption builds a rusted prison in you. The fragrance of boredom wafts. A universal river just becomes a washing consolation. Art is there to mystify. It is there to measure the height of fall when affection fall from the height of imagination and make proper awakenings. A bar cannot replace a barefoot garden walk in the morning dewy grass, a bouquet if love becomes a garden of love. Thank you.
As many sometimes love becomes very costly affair. Monday. Yeah, sorry for that. Yes, love sometimes costly. Yeah, I would agree with that. Maybe I didn't experience that. Very well crafted poem. Yeah, beautiful. Sushant, thanks for coming.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, let me go to our senior member. Maybe I think I cannot keep him waited for long. So I think I could call upon Akshay sir, Akshay K. He's a retired professor from, Gandhinagar. Akshay sir, please turn on your mic. Akshay sir. Yashpal Kalra, his name actually is there. Sir, kindly turn on your mic. Sir, please turn on your mic. Yashpal Kalra. Okay. Maybe yes. Okay, maybe I think we could move on to the next poet. Our next poet is the one who is who is very core at heart when it comes to literature. Maybe he never fails to attend open mics or whatever it is. Through he says throughout the event and very good and supporting. His name is Prasanna Bhatta from. Yes, sir, Prasanna Bhatta. Sir, go ahead, Prasanna Bhatta.
Thanks, Prasanji,
Thank you,
for
sir.
inviting me to recite my poem in this gigantic platform before the galaxy of talented poets around the world. I'm going to recite my poem. Really, it is a collaborative poem. Title and caption of poem, Valentine Dream. First one, a person, I invite a lady. So first one is from me. Second one is from a lady. Oh, unknown lady. Oh, unknown lady. What a disease came in February. Name in love, almost all and re. Pondered and pondered all scriptures. Nowhere found its sign and signature. No culture shows about Valentine Day. No culture shows about Valentine Day, but my friend is in mood, gleeful and gay. Oh, lady, he is in such a mood. My friend is in such a mood, not willing to listen any word. He is suffering from lavaria. He is suffering from lavaria. No medicine can cure his feveria. He is suffering from lavaria. No medicine can cure his feveria. Always in high temperature. Something behind this, sure, damn sure. He told me a secret story. The medicine is with your memory. Where are you? Oh, unknown lady, where are you? give him a little, never so little, gazing at, staring at your photo, murmuring and whispering a lot. No sleep, no friends, no food, always thinking your mood. Please give your crimson color medicine. Certainly, he would be strong and stout without comparison. Certainly, he would be strong and stout without comparison. Come, lady, help my friend. Second one is the reply of that unknown lady. Oh, my dear friend Prasanna, mysterious and mystic name Valentine. Oh, my dear Prasanna, mysterious and mystic name Valentine. Yucks, friends with love being in cloud nine. Yucks, friends with love being in cloud nine. Valentine vitalizes vigor and vivacity. Valentine vitalizes vigor and vivacity, appreciating and admiring friends with perspicacity. With perspicacity, love with lovely words wins mind and hearts. Love with lovely words wins mind and heart, enriching friendship by spending greeting card with fine arts. Enriching friendship by sending greeting card with fine art. Not mentioning name, put the friend in fixation. Two friend knows the sender's wish and presentation. Two friend knows the sender's wish and presentation, imagining and improvising friend with satisfaction. Never ever Valentine, never ever Valentine refers to the name of lust. Never ever Valentine refers to the name of lust. Exaggerating Valentine, Pierce, lovely love is lost. Lovely love is lost. Thank you so much. Listening my poem. Listen my poem. This is the end of my poem.
Beautiful, sir. Beautiful, sir. I wish I had this love. I would have someone who got addressed me. But yes, I wonder what, always, Laveria is as always, Laveria. If you could explain, no, if you could explain to, no, if you could explain to
Angela. Laveria is a DJ who is always thinking of love. Who is thinking about that's lovey, not love.
Rhyming is beautiful, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
And
yeah.
Just
okay. Thank you, Krishna ji. Thank you. Thank you, Prasanna sir. Thank you. And let me jump across to our poet who equally writes, very touching and very. I mean, it's like I love reading her poems. Yes, splendidly sublime and profound. Her name is Sudipta Mishra. Sudipta Mishra.
Yes, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Perfect.
Good evening, everyone. I think this is Valentine's Day special. So let me present my poem. The title of my poem is For You Only. It has been years since we parted ways. Still, I miss you. Knowingly I drench my desolate spirit. Thy memory is like a balm that heals. I lie with a wounded heart. Nay, I don't want to be released from this trap. I can yet match it tangles my mind. Thus, the old year has gone by handing an invitation. The fresh year is here to embrace you all. But I am with you, as you clearly know. Nothing can alter my vision. To feel a fresh start every day, I start thy memory. By digging the withered diaries, I ignite, but in vain, so profusely that injury bleeds like a mystery, and my wretched soul craves to bask in that glory. The saga of our failed story will fuel my tomorrow. Deep inside my heart, I only adore thee, that you know. This is a short poem. It's complete. I hope everybody will like it.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Please go ahead. Okay. All right. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you for coming and thank you for presenting. Yes, she has very well presented and such a beautifully crafted
Thank
poem.
you.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Let me jump to we have on deck. We have Aditi is with us. She's a little kid and small as a boy. Before calling Aditi, I would certainly call Sridharan Parakodi, sir. It's a very lively poet. And stay on. We have Gangalaxmi ma'am, Alexandra. Yes, Suva ma'am, Jahangir sir as well. Bogdana, how can I forget Bogdana? Yeah, sure. So now let me call upon Sridharan sir.
Am I audible?
Perfect, sir. Perfect.
Okay. Thank you, Prasanna ji, and my dear respected poets. Love spreads everywhere. Love, that rainfall comes to the earth for loving, only as a symbol of love. So as a symbol of love. ഇന്നലെ ഒരു മഴ പെയ്തപ്പോൾ എന്നുടെ മുറ്റം കടലായി സഞ്ചിയിലാലിപ്പഴമോരോന്നെണ്ണിയെടുത്തു നിറച്ചു ഞാൻ തോണി കഴിച്ചു തളർന്നപ്പോൾ ആലിപ്പഴമുണ്ടോർമ്മിച്ചു ഒന്നതു തിന്നാൻ നോക്കുമ്പോൾ ഒന്നും കാണാനില്ലല്ലോ. So straight I can go. The title of my poem is Tea or Coffee. Tea or coffee. I was remembering the entire episodes and lost in thought. I was remembering the entire episodes and lost in thought. The special class was over. It was without the bell and attendance slip. It was without the bell and attendance slip. We went to the canteen arm in arm silently. We went to the canteen arm in arm silently, sometimes detailing the programs of the last college day. Sometimes detailing the programs of the last college day. The water bottle was empty. The water bottle was empty, but thirst opened its mouth wide. The water bottle was empty, but thirst opened its mouth wide. As it was a Sunday evening, some shops and establishments seemed opened. Some shops and establishments seemed opened. The cafeteria witnessed full strength. The cafeteria witnessed full strength. It was cold outside and hot inside. We shared the laughter sincerely. It was cold outside and hot inside. We shared and laughed sincerely. The waiter's voice was echoing from the corridor. The waiter's voice was echoing from the corridor. Tea or coffee? tea or coffee? Thank you. Thank you very much.
I love the way, you bring out the petrichor of, the reason, the soil, could smell that fur and, it's wafting around. Seriously, I love it. Whenever you come, every time you come, you bring the, that flavor, and I love that, Sasi. Honestly speaking, thank you for, presenting your beautiful poem. As always, please do come and,
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Now let me call upon the one who is, she writes short poems, but she writes in Romanian language and English as well, and she is she's done in my English masters, and she recently has released a book, and she would be presenting with us. And so, Bogdana, over to you.
Hello. Since you're talking about Valentines and lot of love, then I will recite a short poem, a love poem, and it's called V Hearts. We are V hearts that have come from another world. V for the victory of souls against vengeance. You are my Zorro that scratched the V on my heart, and I am your Spanish beauty that dances the flamenco of love fools. Victory of Venice, the lover's nest. That was my poem.
But yes, it is very, evocative and very powerful. Thank you, Bogdana. I now thank you for, please keep coming. And now I think I could go up on 2 hours, as I always, I love her, rendition, she should be open. My God, it was always. Joan. Cerebral word, maybe. Joan,
right.
Yeah.
Good evening. Namaste. Happy Valentine's Day for tomorrow. Next day. Sorry. Well, I have prepared like at least 3, but I plan to read 2 only, so we can have another, so the other can read more. Since tomorrow is my best friend's birthday, so this poem I wrote is for him and for you to all hear. Best friends for always. When I met you, my life started to change. I used to be a cage of tears and sadness. Now I am the sea of freedom and happiness. We are twins by heart and soul, sculpted with similar aspirations and goals. I know you're the one my spirit always calls. We act in unison and start shoulder to shoulder. We are best friends who religiously love each other from yesterday, today, and to endless tomorrow. With you, in me, everything can be faced and turn every obstacle of life into smile. We will endure and persevere until we succeed. You are the fruit of my vivid dreams, the reality of my fantasy. I'm longing to be wrapped by your warm embrace and to taste the sweetness of your kiss. I love you then, now, and always, my man. Yeah, that's the first one. All right. And I have here, I have the equilibrium. If only you could see the magic that surrounds us and learn to slow down and breathe. Keep breathing. Give yourself a permission to be free for the time being. Explore the possibility of affinity, the communion to nature and to everything. Savor the simple pleasure of what your eyes can see of what your ears can hear, of what your skin can feel. Oh, such an equilibrium of life and delightful things, of love and exquisite feelings. Thank you so much.
The balance of life. Wonderful, wonderful as always, Joan. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for presenting your beautiful
I
poem,
really
Joan.
enjoy it here. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, Joan. Now let me jump to the one who always, very active on social, when it comes to writing or responding to the prompts and whatever it is. I think I just have seen her. Yeah, Gangalaxmi Patnaik, ma'am. Yeah, before reading, I think I could let me remind you, you haven't sent your bio and you haven't sent as as requested.
Yes,
So
sir.
I think
After Valentine week, I will send. After Valentine week.
And without any hesitation, I would say that if you are not submitting your bio or as per the required, procedure rules, your write-ups will be, cannot be taken into account. So that is the thing, because it is a prestigious anthology we are trying to come up with. Yeah. So please take it seriously, those who have watched it. Thank you. Please read out your poem, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Good evening, everyone. I am Dr. Gangalaxmi Patnaik from India. Now this is mid-February. Spring season is in the air. Valentine week is held. Stick to Valentine as it's a feeling for good health, lower blood pressure, combat stress, boost immune system. Each day of Valentine's week has a name and corresponding romantic gestures that we are observing these days. February 7th, Rose Day. 8th, Propose Day. 9th, Chocolate Day. 10th, Teddy Bear Day. 11th, Promise Day. 12th, Hug Day. 13th, Kiss Day. 14th, Valentine Day. Now I would recite a Valentine week poem. The title is My Valentine. The title is My Valentine. My friend blamed for bringing hearts. Today is Rose Day. My friend blamed for being hearts. Today is Rose Day. I complimented him red rose, mighty kiss on cheeks, blushing lips. I complimented him red rose, mighty kiss on cheeks, blushing lips. When I saw his smile, an excitement past gleamed. When I saw his smile, an excitement past gleamed. Bloomed petals of ecstasy lifted to land of love proposed. Bloomed petals of ecstasy lift to land of love proposed. His chocolates came to me like wings of yellow birds. His chocolates came to me like wings of yellow birds. Clinged chocolates, kites of joy flew, sky filled with twinkling stars. Clinged chocolates, kites of joy flew, sky filled with twinkling stars. My dad took me to toy stand, watched stuffed teddy animals. My dad took to toy stand, watched stuffed teddy animals, symbolize bear spirit, animal strength, fearlessness, innocence, heard Teddy's voice, symbolize bear spirit, animal strength, fearlessness, innocence, heard Teddy's voice. I asked my Valentine to tell me price of promise. I asked my Valentine to tell me price of promise. He replied, Promise like fragrance, not erupting inconvenience, glitter like jasmine. He replied, promise like fragrance, not erupting inconvenience, glitter like jasmine. Flavor of hug, warm takes little effort, communicates big messages. Flavor of hug, warm takes little effort, communicates big messages, reminds romantic feelings, intimacy, security, friendship, love and emotional supports, reminds romantic feelings, intimacy, security, friendship, love and emotional supports. The purpose of Kiss Day is to deepen close relationships. The purpose of Kiss Day is to deepen close relationships, to live fearlessly with compassion, peace, dignity, justice, greatness, to live fearlessly with compassion, peace, dignity, justice, greatness. I wish you happy Valentine Day in advance that falls on 14 February 2023. My message for this day is as follows. Learn alphabets of love and living together with others. Love alphabets of love and living together with others so that a strap of lightning guides the ears and eyes. So that a strap of lightning guides the ears and eyes. This is the end of my recitation. Thank you all, dear friends, especially to Prasanna. Thank you.
Oh, should you be me, ma'am? Let's learn the alphabets of love. Yes, indeed, I would agree with that. But yes, I think sometimes, I think if I am allowed, Kartika, if you could stay a little bit, Shalini ma'am, Sridharan ma'am, Rick, and Roopali ma'am as well. Maybe I think I could ask for Angela and Pankhuri ma'am. Laiba, wait for a moment. Oh, okay. So what love is? I would like to ask. So what love is? Tell me what love is. Is it an attraction or distraction, or is it a repulsion or aversion? Is it a temporal sensation, or is it spiritual machination? Or is it a physical temptation, or is it a mental aberration? Is it a biological seduction, or is it a natural emotion? Tell me what love is. Is it a bond of affection, or is it a mere platonic objectification? Is it a divine designation, or is it a mental definition, material definition? Tell me what love is. That's it. Okay, jokes about. Okay, let me call upon my little poet. I think she's not a little one, but yes, she's very much resounding and very powerful, empowered lady. I mean, yeah, come on, layaba, humanity.
Hi. Actually, I love you when you call me little one because you are my elder brother. So I'm attending Fertile Brains after a long, and good to see all fellow poets, and good to read poetry in the vibes of love. So this is the poetry, little, personal, but not much. But obviously, I write what I feel very naturally. So the title of the poetry is More Concentration. This is the part of Wild Love Path, part 12. More concentration. He made my life more concentrated since love consumes all dilutions, where opinions have dispersal and feelings have aggregation. We have reached that dedication where there is no any question. We hold on to each other, whether life is easy or full of exhaustion. We feel each other naturally, no qualms, no excuses, no prison. Along with being calm, he also debates with me because he considers me a powerful woman. We know that love is just love, no amount, no distinctions, no type. Love does not teach us to live life. Maturely, it teaches us to live life. We have seen the worst time more than the good times together. We have experienced the end before beginning. So while love path, we are forever. Thank you very much.
Love, as always, as I said, you never fail. When it comes to, you expressing your view or opinion, whatever it is love. Yeah,
Yes,
perfect.
voice of Laibang. Echoing voice.
Voice of Lava, Lava humanity. No voice of Lava. Thank you, Lava. Thank you, Kav. Thanks for coming. I think I could not make her wait for long. Yes, my little one she is really a little one. She's a wonderful, beautiful young girl. I mean, she's studying in 4th or 5th standard, and she was earlier on our platform, but now she has come, and tomorrow she is going to present on her show poetry. So please, encourage her and support her, and by watching, and you can comment. So Aditi Karthick, for you, give it up for Aditi. Yeah, Aditi.
Hi everyone. I'm Aditi. I'm 14 years old. Today I'm going to be presenting for you my poem titled Only for You. I hope you can see my screen.
Yes.
Yeah. So this was actually published in a anthology called Me and My Valentine, which was compiled by Dr. Sonia Gupta. So, I am red, you are blue, fire and water, the poles of a magnet too. Souls intertwined, my mind on your toe. I fall into your cradle of comfort, a safe place to go. You are the one who extinguishes my worries, my only faith and pride, the hand I can hold on to, and my sole guide. Never letting go, never tracing apart, my true enlightenment lies within your heart. Thank you. This was actually inspired by my parents, not my own story. So thanks for having me.
Yet again, that is so beautiful. Amazing about you, Karthika.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thanks for giving me the opportunity.
Thank you, Adita. Give it up for Aditi. And now let me call upon, where is Alexandra? I think she, Alexandra has gone on. Sorry, I missed Alexandra. Maybe I think I could go to our, for a long time friend, maybe Luciel.
Hi. Nice to see you. So, too short. You are 1,000 miles away, far the buzzing of the bees and your tongue when I was clothed in pollen. Far away the flames of hands and smiles. Now a river runs through my belly. A small water snake with golden eyes peeps out from the stone on my solar plexus. I recognize it. As a child, I used to watch it on the riverbed in coils, counting its eggs. And the second one, we will clasp hands again and bright silences. We will be home again to trees, filaments in the wide greeneries and in the narrow hours of sunset. And nothing else matters. Nothing else today will kill. Today the nuts melt with the snow. On the windowsill, I leave for you and for the birds a green apple. Thank you.
Thank you, Lachelle. After a long time, that you bring the spiritual side of your poetry and the silence and the way you render, brings some added beauty to it. That's so beautiful about you. Thank you, Lachelle. Let me take this opportunity. Lachelle is always, with us to, support us, ever since beginning. So, Lachelle, thanks to you always. And yeah, we have our very dynamic, dashing, what I would say, I think I have no words to describe her. I think I could straight away go across to ask her to read out her poem, which she shared with me personally. Yeah, Pankhuri Sinha is her name. Pankhuri Sinha, ma'am.
Hi,
Ma'am, please turn on.
hello.
Yeah.
Hello, how are you?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for remembering me. And it is a very enjoyable session, very beautiful poems. I am afraid that, I do have some love poems, but I am afraid that the one that I have chosen rhymes with my current mood, and I just want to share that with you. Basically, I'm working on my immigration application all over again for Canada. So this is like for my love of that continent, and it's a poem of dark humor, or you could say maybe no humor at all. If you see it, I don't know. It's very sort of simple, but I'll just read it. I like spaghetti. What a poem! Like when people are talking about all kinds of hugs and kisses. I like spaghetti. I love spaghetti was where I was, especially when it's given by the state. Was where I was. I was wrapping it around my fork. I was waiting for the boss, for the job, for the employer, for the permit, when a major brawl broke out into the street between the immigrants and the locals, again over the war of having, and a riot broke out, and a car got burned, and the shops closed down, and the factory was locked, and no one came anymore. There were no hirings, and for a while I was stuck with spaghetti, only with spaghetti, and then they stopped all food distribution, all food support. I had really liked the spaghetti, and that is where I was. So quite an odd poem for Valentine's Day, but
No, we are.
All my passion is concentrated these days.
No. It's an open reading, but yes, it is specially for Valentine. But yes, all themes are allowed, so it is not so open reading. And yes, as always, I love the fact the way I'm appalled. The kind of what do you call dominance over the luxury of the words that you have when it comes to in mother tongue, or what in English, or any other language. The comment over language is really appreciated. Yesterday I watched the live presentation, and she hasn't even used a single word while delivering Hindi rendition. So I was something very much to learn from him, everyone. Because when I speak Telugu, most of the times English words come up, or rather, I'm not fluent in terms of that.
My
That
dear,
shouldn't
it's
be
just practice. It's just practice. You have to practice. That is all.
Yeah, it's a love for language. I would, even the Roopali ma'am would agree with that. Sridharan Parakode sir, who is very much, he writes in Malayalam as well. He's very much expert in, when it comes to literacy. It's not like everybody cup of tea when it comes to the, talking. So I appreciate when, people, they not use the other creep up the words, the other language, but foreign language or whatever it is. So wonderful. That's comment over language is very much appreciated. Now I think I could go to Isaac Cohen, who is a very lovely being and always comes to the show. And Isaac, we have with us Dolores, but I think
Yes.
she's
Yeah.
Isaac, please.
Yes. Thank you, Kumar, and hello, all my friends
in the world. Happy Halloween, peace and love. To my wife, you're not coin pets. As a coin, the sculptors. I sculpted you. You sculpted me until we became one for eternity. And the second, coin, the bloom of love. I kissed your dimple, their bloom, and now it's rose. I smelled, and I am a drunkard for eternity. I kissed your dimple, there bloomed, and now it's rose. I smelled, and I am a drunkard for eternity. Peace and love to all my friends in the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Isaac. Peace and love. Yes, peace and love is what we always seek for. Thank you, Isaac. Please spread the love
Thank you.
always. We have got our love poet here. Before calling upon our LaxmanRao, who is very much our own, and Sushila Prabha Shastri man, let me call upon our love poet from Bangladesh. Dr. Jahangir Alam Rustam.
Greetings from Bangladesh and happy Valentine Day to everyone, my dear poet and poetess all over the world. Okay, I am reading out my first poem from the book Charms of Love, titled Happy Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day, a long-cherished desire for a healthy and loving heart. Lovers enjoy it fervently ever with its eye-catching flirt. When will the charming day come? Passion goes over the unstable mind and often peeps as a wind charm. On the day lovers are in a festive mood, when they are attired with love's hood. On the day an erratic lover finds a colorful and dreamy address, like a blooming flower in a decorated vase. The day brings excitement and enjoyment for an ever enthusiastic lover. Those glimpses are a blessing, and it blooms each and every year. On the day with the bountiful gifts, an anxious woman does not stay from afar. She receives wishes and messages of love from her male partner. The fair weather blows in a lover's mind. No other gale or gust but its own kind. Lover's mind that never changes at every moment, and love takes every color that comes as a live tip, glimpses as an ever-blooming flower. On the day lovers often fly in the open sky, when do they meet themselves to make a tie? Love is an emblem of Happy Valentine's Day. When will it come? The 14th of February, hours that count and stay. A frantic lover frequently sends an invitation card to Valentine that bears to the lover as a token of love of sign. On the Happy Valentine's Day, lovers expresses their hidden accumulated stress, fastening two hearts in one cable, and it turns into one piece. And my second one from Love in Life. The name of the poem a friendship. Coexistence of a man and woman is framed in a friendship. A man becomes a woman's gift. A woman's grow into a man's tip. A man cannot work in any society. A friendship makes life joyful, saves the woman from atrocity. A man needs female partner, a girlfriend, a companion, living in the same society to express his opinion. A good friend stands by us in both well and woe. A true friend extends his hand, ignoring the state of high or low. A friend becomes a bird's heart as behavior as its feather that changes in a lover's mind in every new weather. In a dreamy day after a daydream, a friendship gets a permanent shape. For the entire and full time, the scenes in the heart as a mind step. A true and mutual friendship brings a man to the sea of love. Passion goes over the heart as ripples that only a true lover can deserve. A friendship keeps a man alive, anxiety-free, fresh and cheerful. Forgetting all the differences, man becomes calm and cool. A man cannot live alone. He makes a friendship. It is a heavenly approach that comes as a life's steep. Thank you.
Well, thank you, sir. Thank you for saying a beautiful poem. Sorry, I got disconnected for a while. Yeah, as always, you present a beautiful in the end. Yeah, thank you for coming, Jahangir sir. Yeah. Hello.
I have to read out. I will recite again.
Yeah, you recited 2 poems, sir. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Let me move on to our next poet. Yeah, I think I could directly jump on to
my first poem named Happy Valentine's Day.
Excuse me, sir. I think you're not, get my, audio. So you have recited 2 poems. So I think you could, make the room for other poets. So I think you could, move on. So I think I would like to call up. Thank you for presenting your 2 beautiful poems, Dr. Jahangir. Thank you. Thanks for coming. And yeah, please excuse me for this technical, interruption. The one whom am I audible, sir? Anyone, if you could give a signal, or because yeah. Lishal, is it okay?
Are you talking to me?
Yes. How is it? I'm asking about my audio.
It's good. It's good.
Thank you. Because since there is just a little interruption of, yes, Angela, you're welcome. You could promote your, whatever it is, you could, all poets are welcome to promote your, whatever publication or whatever in the chat, or you could, when reciting, you could just introduce yourself and or book or whatever it is. So let us move across to our next poet. Yes. And the one who I would like to call upon is the one I physically met, and I experienced a lot. And she is a powerhouse of energy, I would say, and definitely, there is I think yes, she is creating a wonderful platform, and she has doing when it comes to the literary realm, she is making waves. And I physically met her, and I physically experienced by meeting her, and we had a couple of interactions, we had meetings, and wow, mind-blowing. I mean, she could herself, say, introduce herself, and she has a venture where, she is collecting such rare books and in the PDF form, and she wanted to, present it to the libraries to be treasured in the libraries. So her, without wasting much of your time, I would like straight away call upon Rashmi Ranjan. Yes, Rashmi Ranjan. Rashmi, over to you. Rashmi Ranjan ji, kindly turn mic. There, that's what's happening. Rashmi Ranjan ji, kindly unmute your mic. Kindly unmute your mic.
Hello.
Yeah, you could go ahead, ma'am. Go ahead.
Good evening, Prasanna ji. Are you getting me?
Yes, perfect. Go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. Is my turn to recite?
Go ahead. You could introduce yourself, and you could tell about your venture or whatever literary or creative venture, and you could everything. You can go ahead, talk and
Thank you so much. I'll speak in Hindi. Is this comfortable or English? We'll try both.
Yeah, please.
Thanks. Good evening, everyone. I'm Rashmi Ranjan from Vadodara, and I'm doing. I can say that we have a trust over here named Srijan Education Trust, which is working on Sahitya also, where we are trying to preserve literature or Sahitya, Hindi Sahitya or English literature. So Prasanna ji is helping me out a lot into that. And he is giving me the platform to keep my word in front of everyone. So यहाँ पे मैं बताना चाहूँगी कि Srijan Sahitya has taken the initiative, and we have the collaboration with Baroda Central Library, which is more than 100-year old. And I am myself taken the initiative of giving the books which is not available now. Somewhere or with someone there is PDF available of those book or those literature or anything related to writing. So if you all can help me out finding those type of literature or books which is not available now, we can take out the print and can preserve that book in the Baroda Central Library. So this is the main purpose I want to meet you all. And thank you so much, Prasanna ji, for giving me this platform and putting my point.
Thank you, ma'am. And if I think at this point, I would like to interrupt, and I would go to Roopali ma'am. And Roopali ma'am is also been, we are in and so I think volume will ask for things.
Can you hear me? Your mic is in a bad shape, Prasanna, today.
Yes, ma'am.
But anyway, it's been so wonderful listening. I just actually wanted to read another poem because my first one was a bit, as you said, satirical.
Ma'am, actually, I was talking about ma'am the other day. I just hinted out, and so she was telling about that, and I would like to react on the work that has been doing, and it's like a creative venture. So I would like to say a few words. You could ask some question with Rashmi Ranjan ji, who has this our Song of Peace and who presented in the library.
Yes, I know. I saw those pictures, and it was wonderful that you both met, because it's very important that we carry on our literary work and reclaim our heritage. And it's not an easy thing to do. I sometimes wonder how people are doing these things, And thank you so much, Rashmi, that you're doing something. Somebody trying to get together books that are now no longer available. They're out of print. Why would somebody want to do that unless you're really deeply interested in literature? And we'll try and see if we can find something. I'm glad you added us and you've told us about your work. And thank you so much for the work that you're doing. But, later on, I think I could write to you and find out more and not take up time now.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Rashmi ji. Thanks for coming and thanks for introducing your work. And you could read out your poem now. Please turn on your mic.
Today is Valentine special, I believe.
Yes.
So, dear all, I write in Hindi only. So,
Sure. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
श्रृंगार रस की कविता आप लोगों के सामने रखने जा रही हूँ। उम्मीद करती हूँ आप लोगों को पसंद आएगी। क्या बताऊं तुमको सरवर कितना मैं भीगी। क्या बताऊं तुमको सरवर कितना मैं भीगी। नमक इश्क का बिखरा मैं समंदर डूब कर आई हूँ। इन रातों से मत पूछो मुलाकातें कैसी गुजरी होंगी। इन रातों से मत पूछो मुलाकातें कैसी गुजरी होंगी। चमक रहा है तन मन मेरा मैं तारों को ओढ़ कर आई हूँ। हाय न पूछो सूरज ये कैसे ताने मारे। हाय न पूछो सूरज ये कैसे ताने मारे। बड़ा सताता मोहे प्रीतम मैं तुझ में ही बस भरमाई हूँ। कितना अब इल्जाम हो सहती बस तुझ में रंग जाने को। कितना अब इल्जाम हो सहती बस तुझ में रंग जाने को। एक तुझे पाने की खातिर मैं सबको छोड़ कर आई हूँ। मुझे मोहित तुम कर देना मैं तेरी चांदनी बन जाऊं। देख तो चंदा मेरी व्याकुलता मैं तेरी दीवानी कहलाई हूँ। क्या बताऊं तुमको सरवर कितना मैं भीगी। नमक इश्क का बिखरा मैं समंदर डूब कर आई हूँ। बहुत धन्यवाद आप सभी का। थैंक यू सो मच एवरीवन फॉर लिसनिंग मी।
बहुत खूब मैम, बहुत खूब। क्या बात है। वेरी एप्ट टू द occasion. Wonderful. सब संजो की फेर दिया आपने। So beautifully expressed. Rashmi Ranjan, here is for you all, my dear friends. Santosh Kumar Pokral is coming up for you next. Yes, thank you, ma'am. Rashmi Ranjan ji.
Namaste from Kathmandu. I would like to extend my very best wishes on the eve of Love Day, the Valentine's, what we call. And not speaking more, I would like to read out my poem. Especially, it will be dedicated on behalf of those who intend to shower their loves unto their partners. So love is pristine. It is so sacred and it is selfless. And that is bestowed upon human beings. So I think that every heart that wants to love should be very pristine first. And love requires dedication, selfless dedication, and the trust, of course. So let me read out my poem for you all. The title is Love Galore by Santosh Kumar Pokhran. Tell me, that much love, how could one store in his heart's core? So the little that she has, let me bag in my bag and fall and stop run out oozing tears from my eye pools, since it's ecstatic. No, neither, and no, 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 she reigns love galore. Tell me, that was a love, how could one store on his heart, in his heart's core? So the little that she has, let me bag in my bag and fall and stop, run out oozing tears from my eye pools, since it's ecstatic. No, neither, and no, no, she reigns love galore. That broke every limit, broke every door of her womanly patience, that triggered my impatience to welcome and adore. The pristine feelings of attraction rose more and more, then enters heart as splashage, tussling from the seashore. Thus all the boundaries of patience shattered and tore. This is seeming spatial. I won't say of this anymore.
Beautiful, sir. Beautiful. Wow.
Wish that much love I could store. I would cry in ecstasy and let my tears fall from my eyes pools. Wish that much love I could store. I would cry in ecstasy and let my tears fall from my eye pools. I would dance in trance. I would dance in trance, and much you I would adore, and much you I would adore. Thank you. Thank you.
Beautiful.
This is love galore.
Yes, indeed, sir. As always, beautifully presented, sir. Thank you. Thank
Generally,
you.
I do prefer composing poems in a rhyme because there are several poets who do compose their poems in prosaic style, but every poem in prosaic style should follow certain rhythmic order. So because without this rhythmic order, no poem is a poem, in my opinion. So there should be some rhyming pattern, at least in some lines interval. So if we follow this, so we can create poems in some way, rhyming pattern, that it has some way.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Right on, sir. Thank you.
Congratulations and best wishes on the eve of this love day. Love you all. Love you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. It's so nice to having you all around. So, as always, on the deck. So I think I could now move across to a beautiful town called Mysore, and ask the one who is herself is a love poet. If I'm not wrong, yes, Prabha Shastri is her name. Yeah, Prabha Shastri ma'am, Amma.
Good evening to everybody. Today, for Valentine's Day, I will read one English and Telugu say poem. Okay? First, I will read in English. Love me, love me. Dream it with you. Dream it with you. Spend good time mingling with you in the full moon. There is no day or night and no food and sleep. Left my mom and dad. Walked in the new world thought you are my life. The smell of jasmine with me hide my feelings. You are both my happiness and sadness. I believed you, I want you. Your laugh is like a flower. Your mind is like a gold. Your words are like a pearls. Your heart is mine. Your entire life is mine. You ask gifts staying in my lap with. Love on the day of Lovers' Day. Those are the loved up sounds in my heart. Now I will read in my Telugu poem. నన్ను ప్రేమించు, నన్ను ప్రేమించు, నిన్ను ప్రేమించాను, నీతో కలలు కన్నాను, చల్లని వెన్నెలలో నీలో కలిసిపోయి కమ్మని కాలం గడిపాను. రాత్రి పొగలు లేదు, తిండి నిద్ర లేదు, అమ్మ నాన్నను విడిచాను, కొత్త లోకంలో నడిచాను, నువ్వే ప్రాణంగా చూచాను, మళ్ళీ పూల వాసన ఎద మీద, మళ్ళీ పూల వాసన ఎద మీద, అందుకే అందుకే దాచాను భావాలు. బాధ సుఖం అన్నీ నువ్వే, నా బాధ సుఖం అన్నీ నువ్వే, నమ్మేను నమ్మేను, నాకు కావాలి నువ్వు, నాకు కావాలి నువ్వు. పువ్వు లాంటి నవ్వు నీది, పువ్వు లాంటి నవ్వు నీది, బంగారం లాంటి గుణం నీది, బంగారం లాంటి గుణం నీది, ముత్యాల మాటలు నీవి, ముత్యాల మాటలు నీవి, నీ హృదయమే నాది, నీ హృదయమే నాది, నా హృదయమే నీది, నీ ప్రాణమే నాది, నా ప్రాణమే నీది. ప్రేమికుల రోజు వస్తే, ప్రేమికుల రోజు వస్తే, నా ముందు ప్రేమగా ఒడిలో ఒరిగి ఒరిగి కానుకలు అడుగుతావు, కానుకలు అడుగుతావు. అవి అవి అవే నా గుండెల్లో అల్లరి చేసి నవ్వుతావు. లబ్ డబ్ రవళిల్లు, లబ్ డబ్ రవళిల్లు. నమస్తే టు ఎవరిబడి. Prasanna, thank you for it.
Thank you, Amma. I wish I could
What
write.
a wonderful rendition, my God.
Sorry, I
So
am
beautiful.
I don't know, today is Mother's Day, so I gave it to you to read the English poem. We will read another day, okay? But
to be able to express love
If
is
you
a very
ever, I
difficult
will
thing.
try my pen in your. Roopali ma'am, go on.
I think, it's so difficult to express love and to be able to do it the way she does it and the deep, resonant voice. My God, thank you so much. Beautiful. You made our evening.
Yes, man. Thank you, Amma. Thank you always. మీరు అలా వస్తూ ఉండండి and inspire చేస్తూ ఉండండి అందరినీ. Maybe first time I use Telugu.
yeah, that is right.
Roopali ma'am, second poem from you.
Okay. I was listening to all the poems and I found that, a constant thing about love is the magic of love, and the night and the moon and, the lover. And I just realized, written a poem some time ago called I Miss the Magic. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I miss the magic. Now, the night is a very important time, and lovers, look at the moon. The moon is always associated with lovers. So this is called I Miss the Magic. I miss the magic of the night. I turn indoors, switching on the electric light, losing the swirling starlight to expel the darkness of the night. In fact, I don't let it in. I switch on the lights before the stars come out. Lovers seek the moon and they walk in the moonlight. A cool breeze calming passion under a canopy of silvery stars. Sometimes a piece of silver falls out of the sky. Each night, I leave the hooting owl, the glowing firefly, the chirping cicada in the magical outside. I stare at fake lovers on the silver screen, singing of the low moon. So much and more awaits me underneath the mango tree. If I fall in love again, if I fall in love again, I know I can reclaim the magic of the night. So I think it's very important that we all fall in love again. And I'm in a state of love all the time. So thank you so much for
And
listening.
that should never be,
Yes.
Such a wonderful,
Thank you, sir.
such a beautiful, I mean, so expressed. I would like to go to Angela and, would like to, get her reaction. Angela, would you like to, do the favor of, giving a feedback on Dr. Roopali ma'am's poem? Please turn on your mic.
Sir, can I join now?
Hello.
Yes, sir, please. Just a moment.
Can you give
Angela, go ahead.
Give me 2 lines and then I'll comment. Pick 2 lines.
Sorry, Roopali ma'am.
I can't hear.
Okay.
If I fall in love again, I know I can reclaim the magic of the night.
Yes, what I liked was the magic of the night. I don't know why. The word magic is not original. The night is not original, but the magic of the night as a combination just works wonderfully. And that's what poetry is about. It's putting words together to create something new.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
You
much.
just picked on the phrase that I liked as well. That was really interesting.
That's lovely, Pearl Angela. That's lovely being, that is when, matures. The poem gets matured, when the poet, it reaches out to the message or, the intent of the content of the poem. So that's so beautiful.
Can I say something else?
Yes.
It was absolutely wonderful to have some of the shorter poems to be put in the chat or to be shown on a slide. So, because otherwise you're writing it down and you're sort of missing one bit while you're writing. I don't know how it is that some people manage to write it down in the chat while listening at the same time.
Well, Angela, we very well agree with you, as LaxmanRao sir also is, do agree with your, contention. But yes, sometimes it happens is that, we have a plethora of poets, a number of poets, so we could not control. So this sometimes, technicality, comes in the way. So we try to, make up. Yeah, I will take it your point, and we try to.
I think the first ever session I went to, the first poet had all their poems up, and as they read, you could see the lines going, and I loved that.
Yes.
That is a sophistication I haven't yet reached, because the words are actually moving as they read. It wasn't just a slide and then another slide.
Correct.
So, I'd love to have a session.
Thank you, Angela. We take your suggestion. Yeah. Thank you, Angela. Thank you, Roopali ma'am. Thank you, Laxman sir. Your idea goes with that.
And Prasanna, Colonel Gopal Pradhani is here. So
yes, next, Pradhani sir. Yeah. Thank you, Angela. Thank you, Roopali ma'am. Thank you for coming.
Good evening, sir.
Gopali Pradhani sir, next is yours, and please turn on your mic. Thank you for coming, and it's such an honor to be having you around. And
sir, good evening.
Sir, please stay muted, and Gopal Pradhani sir. Yeah.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir. Please go ahead, sir. Such an honor to have you all.
Namaskar.
Namaskar,
Sorry
sir.
for running a little late. चार लाइनें पेश कर रहा हूं कि आसान जिंदगी की हर डगर नहीं होती. Am I audible, sir?
Sir, perfect, sir. Perfect, perfect.
आसान जिंदगी की हर डगर नहीं होती, कुछ रातों की जल्दी सहर नहीं होती। ये तो सवाल हैं जो उभर आते हैं, दरअसल जवाबों की कोई उम्र नहीं होती। जवाब दे दिया, खत्म हो गए। और एक नेचर के बारे में,
जी बिल्कुल सर, बिल्कुल बिल्कुल। Go ahead.
आसमान के बारे में कि किस कदर बेबसी से तक रहा है आसमान, किस कदर बेबसी से तक रहा है आसमान। नजर हर शय पर है, जुबां पर कुछ नहीं। इसी धरती पर है हर बशर की खुशी। आसमां पर कुछ नहीं, आसमां कुछ भी नहीं।
बहुत
ये वो सच्चाई है जो कि यूनिवर्सली हर आदमी, हर ज्ञानवान आदमी एक्सेप्ट करता है। आसमां पर कुछ नहीं, आसमां कुछ भी नहीं। और एक, जब कोई इंसान अपना हक जताता है, हक जताना एक किस्म का फर्ज है, तो मैं उसी फर्ज को समझता हुए अर्ज करता हूं कि अपनी आजादी का पूरा अधिकार मांगता हूं। मेरे हिस्सा का मैं संसार मांगता हूं। लेने देने का सिलसिला है जिंदगी, जितना देता हूं उतना सा प्यार मांगता हूं। रजत साहब, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया।
क्या बात है सर, क्या बात।
थैंक यू वेरी मच
सर, आप यूं ही आते रहिएगा और हौसला बढ़ाते रहिएगा। हमारी ये शान बढ़ जाएगी हमारी ये मंच की। तो आपके बुजुर्ग होना ये हमारी सौभाग्य की बात है कि आप जैसे बुजुर्ग आना तो इंस्पिरेशन है। तो रूपाली मैम वुड लाइक टू से समथिंग अबाउट दैट।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
धन्यवाद।
Colonel Pradhani is a veteran soldier who fought in many wars and a poet. And I think a soldier is always a poet at heart because he's under so much of stress otherwise and cannot speak out his mind. So I think when he gets a chance, the poet and the soldier comes out. Thank you so much, Colonel Pradhani, to come to this program.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
And it's my fault that I didn't send you the link in time.
No problem, madam. No problem. I misjudged it.
So I think Lakshmana sir, would you permit me to read out my, second one, and Roopali ma'am, if you don't mind. Rashmi Ranjan ji, Renukuntala ji is there. Suvarna is there with us. Krishna is there with us. At this point, I think I would like to, express myself. Lakshmana sir. Roopali ma'am. I think मौके का फायदा उठाया जाए.
Great going, sir. Carry on.
Suvarna ma'am, I hope you're, there. Okay. I truly had no idea what's it like to be having love or to love somebody. I truly had no idea what's the affair of armor that touches the cheeks and takes me to the wonderland. I truly had no idea what it is like to have a conversation with stars and skies. I truly had no idea what it's like to walk across the seashores. I truly had no idea what it's like to having a flying kiss and lingering sensation that leaves behind. I truly had no idea what it's like to have words of poetry on romance. I truly had no idea what it's like to have a touch of ripples passing waters. I truly had no idea what it is like to sit under the bough and take the scent of efflorescence. I truly had no idea until you stepped into my life. Until you all stepped into my life.
Wonderful, Prasanna. You had no idea, but you seem to have a lot of ideas.
Dhanyawad, ma'am. Lucia, thank you. And on this
Really,
point,
Prasanna ji, very beautiful poem.
Thank you, Dhanyawad.
I
I love also the way you said it. It's like a waterfall. It's very beautiful. It's engaging. Well done.
Thank you, thank you. Suvarna ma'am, I would like to have a reaction from you before calling upon LaxmanRao sir. Sir, stay put. Turn on your mic, ma'am.
Sir, good evening, sir. Good evening, all of you. It's an amazing poem. What you said is not true. I truly had no idea. You have an idea of everything about the poetry and everything. Nice till you stepped into my life. Very great explanation and expression, sir. Nice, sir.
Thank you, Ma. Thank you. And now let me jump to our very serious poet, I would say, LaxmanRao sir. Please, sir.
Well, ironically, like I've been a serious poet rather a literate poet. from your words, like I turned out to be a serious poet. Well, that's nice. Like to take an appreciation in that form. Well, being in the love sphere, being in the love season, like everybody is reciting their own personal love section sort of poems. So here, very recent, I have drafted few of love poems. So I would like to go ahead with this. But before going to this recitation of love poems, like I would like to say, like most of the poets, they start writing poetry. They take up poetry with the birth of love itself. Either it's the anguish, the hatred, the feeling, the expression of love. So the poetry starts from there itself. Love is the birthplace of poetry. This is what I feel. So. And there are several love poems in my earlier books. Well, here I have one poem which has a different shade of love altogether. It says like the need of love, and why do we need love? So it goes like this. The need for love is something that we earn and long for, but can't ask for it. The need of love is something that we earn and long for, but can't ask for it. The fear of denial is the fear of proposal. The fear of denial is fear of proposal, while the rejection of the art is not the wishful acceptance of the true mind. Love need not to be the same as longing. Love need not to be the same as longing. If you're sensing all the feelings that you feel, the truth that it states and stands as a testimony around the corners of constructed conscience, it's where the truth is as a statement constrained. It's where the truth is as a statement constrained. Love is not what is expressed or conveyed. Love is not what is expressed or conveyed. It can be what concealed or hidden sacredly to. It can be what concealed or hidden sacredly to. This is one of my love poems. Hi, sir. Are you there?
Yes, sir. We are engrossed in your poem.
That was very beautiful, LaxmanRao ji.
Thank you, Pankhuri ma'am.
That's why I call you. So, serious poet.
See, I love this line the fear of denial is the fear
yes,
of
exactly. That's a very wonderful.
So, like I try to bring in these catchy lines so that like it gives a branding of its own. It comes with a branding of its own. That's one thing. And very recently there was a portrait of one of the lady of poetess in one of our groups. So I don't want to name her. Like I've sent this poem to her. Like it's like I felt in love with the eyes of her, the stark reality of her eyes, the way she stares. Like if you see the snap of a Mona Lisa, the portrait of Mona Lisa, the first element that you watch or observe is the striking eyes. So here in her snap, in her image, I saw this. So I just had to express it in the form of love. So here it goes, the stark eyes. I will never know what she has in dark, delved, deep eyes, her art's abyss, us an invisible infinite yonder to ponder. She stares straight into eyes with curious questions lined up. She stares straight into eyes with curious questions lined up, with unfathomable sight waiting for the seasonal answers. Personality personifies a lot. Personality personifies a lot, while eyes speaks from within. I'm still unaware of what is the unt, what the unt is for either peace or love, agony or hatred, sorrow or subtlety, melancholy or morrow. Now I stare into her bygone years. Now I stare into her bygone years. If I could preview mine, Eyes may tell lies. Eyes may tell lies. While here I am to uncover the truth. While here I am to uncover the truth. To throw some light. From that of intellectual insight. That's there to discover. What's there to discover? I see myself through your eyes. What's there to discover? I see myself through your eyes. The cavernous cyanozer enchanting around my ecosphere. The cavernous cyanozer enchanting around my ecosphere. A person's beauty is gratified and garnered through one's eyes. A person's beauty is gratified and garnered through one's eyes. For that sees through, is absorbed and observed well through. Is absorbed and observed well through. So this is how it ended with. Like
LaxmanRao sir, that's wonderful. I have, I think I have this pretty much similar one with, I go with the eyes, I see eyes, a word in your eyes, the thing. LaxmanRao sir, such a beautiful presentation. Yeah. Please go ahead.
So that is what, like, I finished my recitation. So the beauty of the eyes that enchanted me. So I was just trying to see like what exactly she has in store, but it was like finding myself. It was like discovering myself. Like in trying to know her, I was just trying to discover ourselves. So that was the crux point of that poem.
Wonderful, sir. Wonderful. Yeah. And please stay on, sir. Please stay on. And Roopali ma'am, Angela, and Suvarna ma'am, everybody, please stay on. I would love to find the definition of love through my writing. And yes, I would respond through your highs too. So LaxmanRao sir. So before
sir.
I think reading
I
out
have
those
just
things.
online to go here.
Yeah.
I'll just say something here about love. Love me for what I am, as I can't hate you for what you are. Love me for what I am, as I can't hate you for what you are.
Exactly, sir. That is wonderful. And at the fag end of, I would try to again raise a question of what definition of love, the definition of love. Okay, let me call upon Krishna Chamling from Nepal. Krishna ji.
Is it okay?
Yes, it is not okay unless you turn on your video, sir. Please turn on your video and
video. I think it is. I don't know what happened. It is only my name is appearing there.
Yeah. Please go ahead, sir. Please go ahead.
Okay.
Please go.
So, very good evening from Kathmandu. Today, as Prasanna sir asked me to recite about Valentine, so I have just a short poem I have here, and the title is "My Love."
Prasanna ji, video. Tell him. Face is not coming.
What happened?
Ma'am, he had this issue of technical issue, some technical issue, ma'am.
They're unable to see him.
Yes. Yeah. But anyways, you could just go on, sir. It's okay. Start.
Shall I start?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. My title is "My Love, My Valentine." The loved dove of the heart, increasingly strangled the phasing soul of a fish. Without the sweetheart's lagoons of love, life seemed desolate for many cheerless wintry seasons and years gone by. But you came, moonlight, for the arrows of Cupid must have ushered my day in my headless existence. Your wife, shall I ask you, my angel of light, passion, peace and welding, that what pangs of pain must I stand? Now I'm sure and promise you that I'm ready to blissful life bless, and the scent of love, jasmine, be wafted upon you. My love, lavender, shall I have the pleasure of your grace of rosy love? Thank you.
Wow, beautiful, sir. It's amazing. Yeah, oh my God. So beautifully you rendered it. And yeah, I love it. So beautiful, so beautiful. And thank you, really. I mean,
thank you very much, sir.
Lovely. Thank you. Please keep coming. And yes, thank you,
Sure.
thank you. Now let me call upon our, yes, Suvarna ma'am. This is a very good writer. Yes. And yes. Welcome, ma'am. Welcome, please.
Once again, good evening, sir, and good evening to all the great poets. Today is a special day. As everybody read the poems on Valentine, so I too want to read the poem on a Valentine. The title of the poem is Fell in Love. The title of the poem is Fell in Love. I always fell in love in the dawn and the dusk. I always fell in love in the dawn and the dusk. Whenever I come across you, your radiance admired me. Whenever I see your serene smiles, your radiance admired me. Whenever I see your serene smiles, fascinated to follow miles, fascinated to follow miles. Your sparkle of shine mellowed my heart. Your sparkle of shine mellowed my heart with a glitter of love light to be a opacarafal. Your sparkle of shine mellowed my heart with a glitter of love light to be a opacarafal filled with love of ecstasy, filled with love of ecstasy. Your radiant rapture amidst the greenish golden angels evoked my heart. Your radiant rapture amidst the greenish golden angels evoked my heart to the fullest, kissed by your dazzling shine, left my dimple shy with shine. Kissed by your dazzling shine, left my dimple shy with shine. That's all. Thank you, sir.
Wow,
Thank you for
mellowed
listening my
heart.
poem.
It was such a wonderful poem, as nice imagery, nice, uses of words. Yeah, very well. Wordsmithing is good. Wonderful, ma'am. Wonderful. So beautiful, I think.
Thank you,
Thank you
sir.
for coming, and please do come and, keep inspiring and do write all.
Seriously, sir.
Thank you.
Actually, I should give the examination papers tomorrow, but I have love towards my poetry. That's why I am hearing the poems from all the poets instead of correcting my papers.
That's the kind of dedication you always, that's the
I kept my papers aside and I just listened to the poems.
beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Give a round of applause for P. Suvarnaji, who is a teacher herself, and she is creating wonders. Yeah. Please stay on, and Angela, please stay on. Yes. Thank you, Suvarnaji. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Yeah. Now, Renukuntala Murali, sir. Yes. And
Good evening, all.
everybody. Good evening,
Happy
sir.
Valentine's Day, sir. I'm extremely sorry to Jane lately because I have gone to hospital to Jane to check up my body, sir. Is it audible, sir?
Go ahead.
Hello? Hello?
Go ahead, sir.
Okay, thanks. So my title of the poem is Platonic Love, sir. I know you are lonely without me. I know you are lonely without me. You have waited for a long time for this platonic love. You have waited for a longer time for this platonic love. It is the right time and nice moments have arrived now. Always here with I'm always here with my innermost feelings and emotions, dreaming you in my heart, in my heart. Have this remarkable day with nice red rose symbolize our deep and eternal love, our deep and eternal love. I always sacrifice my life. I always sacrifice my life for you. I love you forever, my dear beloved. Extinguish my eyes, I'll go on seeing you forever. Those in my ears, I can go hearing you forever. Without you, without it, I could make my way to you. Though having many ordeals, without a mouth, I could swear your name forever. Though the rock, I can't hug you forever. Though there are many hurdles, hardships, I could overcome and reach you as a horse. I never forget as you are my heaven. You are only the moon, you are only the sky. You are only the world in my eyes. I see you in the nature. I see you in the nature forever. I love you, my beloved, for a long time, until my last breathing. Not only for a day, but forever. I love you for who you are, not what do you do say or tell. All can be sacrificed for you, my beloved. Sacrifice for you. So thank you very much, sir. Actually, sir, I got when I was studying in those days, but I was not succeeded, sir. But now how my dream had have become true with my youngest son. I feel very happy, sir. There is no limits for love. There is no irrespective of caste, community, and religion, region. Love can be one. Love can be winning only. A true love can be forever, sir, in my life, in my feelings. Thank you very much for
Thank you,
giving
sir.
opportunity, sir.
Remember, love is all. Love is in the air. Love is not. It's a kind of. Yeah, I think yes. We remember. We always love. We rise by lifting others, and we singing a song of peace. Thank you, sir. Murli sir, and thanks for coming.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you one and all. Second, for the opportunity.
Yes. Thank you, lovely poets. Thank you, honorable beings, whatever I say. Before going, I think I would take your permission, Angela. I would like to put a question. I mean, I would like to seek a definition from you. I mean, it's regarding love. So, Angela and Roopali ma'am, Sridharan ma'am, LaxmanRao sir. Yeah, I would respond to your eyes too. Pankhuri ma'am. So one is there with us. Yes, the definition of love. Very good. The definition of love made me think of its sensation to sense. It made in advance in fixation, held in a hand in infatuation. Well, I realized that the time was not in my favor to yield to the fascination. Stepped into the sludge and made my career out of foolish action. Learned a lesson, maturity is what love needs. Now, having settled in life, realized the passion, had a beautiful wife who made the definition of love an actualization. That's so. That is Angela. Maybe in her eyes, yes. In her eyes is the word I wish to see. She's the goddess of beauty. I wish to see myself blooming in her eyes with a bunch of fragrance wafting around.
much of fragrance wafting around. In her eyes, the world of mine flourishes. My destiny shines through her eyes. My prayers are envisioned in her eyes. I see myself walking across trees, holding hand in hand. But I also see in her eyes a loss of sight, a maze of vague description, a picture of desolation, an isolated sensation. I see in her eyes a tear of reason, yet I see in her eyes my world filled in with exhilaration and elation as we both united to deal with the situation with a clarification. I see in her eyes I see in her eyes, we two left for a honeymoon and the world of us sizzled in the passion and nothing came in between as my eyes became her sense of sight in her eyes. That's love in the air for you, my dear friends.
How beautiful. How beautiful.
Beautiful.
I'm still bachelor.
Prasanna, all the love that you have in your heart, you share it with all of us all over the world.
Yeah.
And we should thank you so much for that, you know. You have, you particularly, you know, you particularly exude that love, you know. And if you allow me to say my final words as to what I think love is about, in all these years that, you know, as we grow up, you know, love changes, it's many colors. But I think all over the world, you know, whether it's the West or the East or wherever we live, more than love, which for me is a four-lettered word, really. It is respect, you know. When you respect someone, you love them, you know. Otherwise, you know, people, there's so much of violence in the family and they beat each other up and then say, oh, I love you, and make love also and have children also. But, you know, my father told me that you can, you know, share your bed, you can share your children, you can share your food. But if you don't share your mind, you share nothing. So, you know, until you get that partner, and I think that the greatest act of love is to give freedom. If you have, as even your partner gives you the freedom to do the things you want to, you know, to be the person you want to, that is love, you know. But if you think somebody's going to get up and say, oh, I love you, and give you flowers and, you know, get you perfumes and get you cakes, I think we should dump all that, you know, and just say, okay, be free, be yourself, be empowered, be kind. And I'll end it with the, you know, the words that Coleridge said, that he prayeth best who loveth best all man and bird and beast. So you can't just love, you know, a human being. You have to love all species. We live with them, dogs and cows, and people have mentioned that. And I think be in a state of love, you know, try not to spread hate, try not to, there has to be an effort, you know, love needs effort. And thank you, Prasanna, this has been a big effort. It's been a big effort. And I have wonderful poets we have heard today. There's so much of affection and love on this platform. You know, it's something very divine, you know, something very divine. Thank you so much for this evening.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for putting your, you know, realistic picture, you know, when it comes to love. Yes, very much. Well, thank you for my dear friends, Angela Lansbury, and thanks for coming. Jahangir sir, Santosh sir, Prasanna Bhatta sir, Sridharan, Krishna Chamling, and Isaac, Savanna ma'am, Pankhuri ma'am. See you next